everyone. Welcome back to this 90-day sprint. And today I wanted to talk to you about how quick decisions create more income in your business. You ever hear that phrase, money loves speed? It's true because quick decisions create more income. Now, I know that might sound too simple for some of you, but I promise you it absolutely is true. Now, I say this because if you are stuck in analysis paralysis, I'm one of those people, I get stuck in analysis paralysis easily, then you are constantly questioning and rethinking every single move that you make. You are not just wasting time, you're losing money because when you are not making quick decisions or you're not even making decisions, you're losing momentum and you're losing energy and you're losing opportunities. It starts to get really expensive. But there's some good news. You can change this today. It doesn't have to take forever. You can start now. So I want to start with how overthinking is a trap. I used to overthink everything, and I mean everything in my business, especially. And it got to the point where I was scared of making the wrong moves. And so I didn't do anything. I would sit there and I would agonize over things like, should I launch this offer now? I would create a date to launch the offer and I would change it 3, 4, 5 times. I would try to figure out when was the perfect time to launch this offer instead of just trusting my gut, trusting my intuition and acting from there. I would agonize over, is this the right niche or not? And eventually one of my mentors was like, just flip a coin. Is it that simple? It is. I would think, what if no one buys? What does this mean? And that's eventually how I got to the point of divorcing myself from things like that. What else? Should I post this content on what platform? Or should I wait until a different time, maybe the next day, or wait until I have more followers? Whether you have one person or whether you have a million, be of service. And that's where I started to understand and recognize that whoever shows up, whenever they show up, it is the perfect thing for them to see right then. And that really started relieving some pressure off of me. And really, because I was so scared of making mistakes, I absolutely did nothing. And I was so upset because I wasn't getting the results I wanted. So I want to let you know off the bat and know where you're coming from. I've been there. And the truth is, I was caught in indecision and I was caught in overthinking. And I was absolutely overwhelmed. And this is really a trap that a lot of entrepreneurs I see, especially in this early stage, fall into. So if you're in this early stage, and I'm saying early stage, but you could be early stage meaning you just got started today. Early stage could also mean that you've been in the game for 10 years plus. Trust me. I know a lot of people who have been in entrepreneurship for a long time and have never made a dollar. You must understand why you're stuck right now. And this overthinking comes from a lack of clarity and a lack of structure. Now, we talked about clarity a little bit, but I want to say if you're in this early stage, you probably have a lot of ideas and they're just firing in your head. Every time you see a different kind of business, I could do that. Okay. So you really don't have any focus. And that means you have no focus and you have no structure. You probably are also feeling very overwhelmed. You have too many choices, too many decisions that you're not making on offers, marketing strategies, different content types, things like that. And you don't have a consistent system in place for bringing in income, for bringing in pay, and you're not measuring what's already working. So you're probably doing no type of weekly review. You're not getting any feedback of any kind. And you're also probably wearing all the hats in your business. You're doing everything. And this makes the decision making exhausting. If anything I just said resonated with you, you're probably in this foundational launch pad, early stage, builder stage, right? Now, here's where the solution starts coming into play because this is where things started to shift for me. When I started to recognize and see where I was, things started to shift. Okay. I started trusting myself. We talked about how a lot of people don't trust themselves. And so I recognized that I didn't trust myself to make quick decisions. I'm going to be real with you. I still make mistakes today, but I have a huge level of trust that my movement, my actions, my momentum are always getting me to where I ultimately want to be. You ever see that graphic of entrepreneurship? We think it's just like a straight line, and entrepreneurship is really like this. That's true. And that's why I talk so much about the entrepreneurial journey I still to this day make mistakes. I made mistakes then when I was getting started, and I still make mistakes now, but I am okay with the mistakes that I make. I still have moments where I question things. I'm still human. But what I do differently is I make faster decisions. I trust my gut. I trust my intuition. I listen to myself and I just operate from knowing and understanding that I have everything I need to know to make the decision. I have it right now. So I'm able to make fast decisions. And when you start getting to that point, amazing things start to happen for you. When I started making quick decisions and trusting myself as an entrepreneur, trusting myself as an owner, built momentum because every single decision I made created movement in my business. Even if it didn't create the right movement, it was a lesson. I learned something. It gave me feedback that I wouldn't have had I not moved. I wasn't stuck in my head anymore. I was taking action. Whether the decision was quote unquote right or not, that movement gave me confidence because again, it gave me lessons, it gave me feedback, it gave me knowledge, it gave me understanding, and it gave me trust, self trust. I started to trust myself more because I started seeing results from my small, consistent actions. And then that confidence that I began to build up turned into income because I got better connecting with my audience. I started to pivot where I needed to pivot. I changed what I needed to change. I tweaked my messaging even more. I started putting out different offers and I started to show up. And when you start to show up consistently with confidence, people can start to feel that. That's when your business starts moving. So you know if you're in this stage and you need to move. So here's some of the decisions that you probably need to make at this stage. These are some of the things that you might be stuck on. One of them is offer decisions. You don't know right now what your primary source of income is. You don't know, is it a product? Is it a service? You have not decided. And so I want you to make a decision here. If you know that this is a key decision area that you have not made, you don't know what offer you're going to focus on. I need you to do that today. The second one is pricing. What price will you commit to for your offer? Once you know the offer, maybe you know the offer right now, but you're still stuck on price. You're like, is this too little? Is this too much? Should I do a discount? I don't know. If you're spinning your wheels here, I want you to commit to an offer. I want you to commit to a price. Flip a coin. Stop overthinking it. The third thing here is marketing platform, social media. Where are you going to commit to showing? Pick 2 to 3 platforms. If this is really difficult for you, pick one. No matter what, I always say, pick at least one social media platform and email. So let's say you pick 2 platforms. You're like, I'm going all in on Facebook and email. Great. Now I want you to just commit to showing up consistently there. Are you going to focus on audio? Are you going to focus on written content? You need to know your content strategy. Align this with who you are, what works for you. If you like to do off the cuff videos and you know that you show up best authentically when you just flip on your camera and just speak, then do video. If you know that you're a great writer and you love to write, that gets you up, that excites you, then write. You can do pretty much all the almost every single platform. I just need you to pick because here's the thing. You can't wait for perfect. Clarity does not come before action. A lot of times we think, oh, I need to get everything in order. I need to know everything, then I can take action. No, take action first. Build the plane as you're flying. Clarity comes from taking bold, messy action. A lot of you perfectionists out there, recovering perfectionists, take messy action. Be as messy as possible. Trust me, people want to come along for the journey. They want to see you clean it up. They want to see when you were doing horrible speaking on video to where you are now, where you show up with confidence and presence. They want to see that. Take people along the journey with you. Every single small action, every single small decision that you make right now is going to build momentum. It's going to build momentum for you and it's going to build that confidence that you need. Now, here's the key. I don't want you to wait for perfect anymore. So we're in this 30-day sprint together. Some of this stuff is just foundational stuff because how can you sprint if you don't know what you're offering? You don't know who you're connecting with. You don't know the price of it. You don't know where you're going to show up and you don't know how you're going to do it. Like you can't sprint if you don't know these basic things. So I want you to make a quick decision. Well, we're going to do this together right now. I want you to think about your business. What is one decision that you have been overthinking for weeks? For some of you, it's months. And yes, for some of you, it's years. We're going to make decisions today. We're making quick decisions because, again, money loves speed. Maybe you've been stalling on launching an offer. You have an idea for an offer and it's taking you 6 months to get that offer out. We're getting it out. Maybe you've been avoiding posting content on because you just can't figure out what platform to be on because you want to be on all of them, but you're overwhelmed because it's too many. Pick one, flip a coin. Maybe you're stuck because you're trying to decide which service or niche to focus on. Pick, flip a coin. If you have two niches that you know you like, that you know you want to work with, flip a coin. Whatever that decision is, it's time to make it. I want you to commit to it. I want you to let us know in the comments if you're one of my runners and you're running this 90-day challenge with us. I want you to let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be here cheering you on. Now, when I made that shift to quick decisions, I stopped holding myself back. I didn't allow myself to be hostage anymore. It really became domino effect. My business started moving, doors started opening, and I started to build trust with myself and with others. I see this with a lot of people I coach, especially women. The ones who take fast, courageous action, they hit their goals, they get their outcomes more than the ones who don't. They just do. They get the results that they're after faster. How did she hit six figures in 3 months? Because she took action and she made decisions. She got feedback. She pivoted. She focused. The person who gets the results faster, they're not sitting there stuck in the what if I fail loop. They see the fear, they acknowledge the fear, and they are steamrolling right past it. They're getting themselves out of that loop, becoming personally responsible. They're making moves. They're being courageous. They're learning along the way, and they're growing their income step by step. It really is that simple. How much longer are you willing to stay stuck because of indecision? How long are you going to allow yourself to hold you hostage, to hold your business hostage, to hold your results hostage? And you really start to see this when you recognize that it is the only thing holding you back is you. What is it costing you? There's always a cost. Here's my challenge for you today. I want you to comment below the decision that you're making for your business today. It can be just one thing that you have been overthinking. Commit to it. This is how you start to build momentum because you realize you don't need perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You need action. One quick decision can change everything for you. It really can. It is that simple. Now, I'll be in the comments. I'm cheering you guys on. I'm holding you accountable. We're in this together. You're running with me. I can't wait to see where we are at the end of these 90 days. You got this.